All right, guys, this is 9.11a. This is going to be a lot of lower body banded work that's going to work on strengthening, isometrics, mobility, everything. So our first one is banded lateral steps, okay? So your band, you want your heaviest band on, and you're going to drive with your heel out, side to side, okay? Just like that. So the heaviest band, if you have two really light bands, double them up. All right, or put 2 or 3 really light bands on to increase your resistance, but you definitely want this as much resistance as you can do and get a nice range of motion, a nice big step, okay? So you have banded lateral steps. So 8 steps, so you're actually gonna move to the side, is gonna equal 1 rep, okay? So she's just showing you like this, but you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and so on. So you're gonna go 8 steps to the right, that equals 1 rep, okay? Then you're gonna go 8 steps to the left, that again equals 1 rep. So 8 to the right would be 1, 8 to the left would be 2, 8 to the right would be 3, and so on, all right? Then you've got monster walks, These you're gonna get your feet as wide as you can, toes are straight apart, shoulders back, chest is high, and see how it kind of makes you walk a little funny? That's why we call it the monster walk, okay? So same thing. 8 steps forward equals 1 rep, 8 steps backwards equals another rep. So 8 forward is 1, 8 backwards is 2, 8 forwards is 3, 8 backwards is 4, and so on. Your next one is a diagonal walk, okay? So you're gonna take 8 steps forward, it's a big diagonal step out, bring that other foot to meet your foot, and then you have diagonals going backwards. Same as our other band walks. 8 reps equals 1, or 8 steps equals 1 rep. You're gonna go through that, okay? Next, we go into walking lunges. All right, so just body weight walking lunges, working on your form, working on getting your back knee to the floor, okay? Shoulders are back, chest is high, shoulders are stacked right over your hips, over your back knee, all right? So again, same thing, 8 lunges equals 1 rep. So find a place in your house where you've got enough space just to give me 8 walking lunges, okay? Count that as 1, turn around and go back, all right? Next, we have a lateral low squat walk, okay? So you're gonna come down nice and low as a squat as you can hold. Really challenge yourself on this. Shoulders are back, chest is high, abs are tight, and you're gonna give me 8 steps. 8 steps in one direction again equals 1 rep. Okay, so really challenge yourself and stay low with those guys, all right? Then we have diagonal walking lunges, okay? So this one is gonna get into the outside of your thigh. So when you step out, okay, when you take your big step, I'm gonna do one real quick. Okay. When you take your big step, you wanna make sure that that toe rotates. Let me come back even a little further. I wanna make sure that that toe rotates, and now most of my weight is in the back and the outside of my heel, okay? So I'm gonna lunge and I'm gonna pull from the back and the outside of that heel and step up, okay? So we're changing where we're putting the weight on our foot to fire the outside of our hip with that. Same thing, 8 steps equals 1 rep, okay? Then we have banded squats. So you need your heavy band or double or triple up your lighter bands, whatever you've got above your knees, and you're gonna do banded squats. So the goal with this one is to work on that hip mobility. So as you lower into that squat, you're really pushing against that band and opening up those knees. Keep your shoulders back, keep your chest high, really drive out against that band and get some good resistance as you lower down. Okay, so that's your banded squats. Now we have banded T-rotation sideline clamshells. Stays above your knees, yeah. So in this position, actually I'm gonna have you for the best camera angle. Hang on, guys. Nope, scoot back more. Yeah, and towards me in the middle a little bit. And then rotate your chest towards right there. There we go. Okay, so for this, so to create the T rotation, her shoulders are flat on the floor, okay? Knees are dropped to the side, they're down at a 45 angle, and then your feet are tucked behind you just a little bit. So right here, I have a nice 45-degree bend, okay? Keeping your shoulders flat on the floor, so we've got that torso rotated. You're gonna keep your feet together, and you're gonna lift your knee. Now, your band should be heavy enough that you can only get to about a 45-degree lift right here. I do not want your knee coming all the way up to 90 degrees, okay? So whether you double, triple your band, or if you need to put like a belt or something like that that doesn't have as much give on there, but you should not be able to get this leg past 45 degrees on this movement, okay? This one is really good for strengthening our pelvis and keeping us in proper alignment if done correctly. So a good sideline T rotation, keep your feet together, raise that knee to 45 degrees, okay? That is your banded sideline clamshells. Last is banded abductors, okay? So you're gonna lay on your back. Again, you want a good, thick, heavy band, the same one that you would use for your clamshells and throughout this workout. You're gonna get your feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna get good tension on the band before you ever even get started. So in this position right here, we've already got tension. And then you're just gonna add more tension. You're just gonna take those legs out to the side like this. Keeping your feet flat on the floor. Don't let your feet roll on the outsides of your shoes, okay? Right here, squeeze out, squeeze out. Don't let the knees collapse. Now you can let them come in if you're taking a rest break, if you've got to break this up in 5 sets of 20 or whatever works for you. But when you're working, do not let your knees collapse, okay? Stay in tension and more tension when you're going through it. All right, guys, that is your legs, 9.11A.